Yeah, y'all, we going live. I know I ain't did this in a minute, but that game deserves a uh, a post game pull up right after. That was an instant classic right there. Good old NFC South showdown. Uh, Game ending at 36-30. Falcons pulled it out. Kirk Cousins with that. You like that moment? That's a you like that moment. Cause them niggas was down 30-27 in regulation. Got down there. Uh, got a first down with Drake London. Got a first down. Hurry up. Got in formation. Spiked the ball with 1 second left. Uh, that was crazy how fast that offensive line and all the players got to the line and got set to get that ball off to spike it with 1 second left. Then, not only that, they committed a penalty because they thought they get a whole 40-second rundown when you only get 25 seconds on a spike, which that's news to me. I thought you get your 40 seconds. So that backed them up 5 yards back to make an even longer field goal for Young Wei Koo. Even though I've been calling him Young Hoku for all these years. But yeah, he hit that bitch to go into overtime, and Falcons didn't give the Bucks a chance to even get the ball. You feel me? They went down marching. What's my boy name who got the game winning touchdown, man? Let me look up buddy name. Kadero Hodge. I seen him. He did get a catch earlier in the game. And then the one that sealed the game, his probably his best moment yet in the NFL, was just crazy. I wouldn't expected him to make that type of play to end the game. But you never know, dog. This is football. You never know. It's a game of inches. It's a game of unsung heroes too. But damn, that was such a good game, man. Back and forth. Oh man, the fucking Buccaneers, man. They fucked me over on my prize picks, on my underdog fantasy. Underdog fantasy, Bucky Irvin was short 1.5 yards. Bucky Irvin was short 1.5 yards, y'all. Chris Godwin on Underdog Fantasy, he was short 5 yards. On Prize Picks, he was short 4 yards. Had he converted those 4 yards, $20 would have got me $460. God damn, man. And he got the 3 yards that he was initially supposed to get, but I guess it was a penalty. They took it back. And yeah. Fucking Chris Godwin, man. Chris Godwin. But let's get into some stats. We had a motherfucking Kyle Pitts sighting today, y'all. Remember, I was talking about Kyle Pitts earlier today. And I was shitting on Kyle Pitts. Well, tonight he finally came out. He finally came out tonight, y'all. He came out the party tonight, y'all. Let's start off with Kirk Cousins, though, because Kirk Cousins threw the ball almost 60 times tonight. They stopped running with Bijan Robinson. Fucking Tyler Algier was getting the ball most of the time where he shouldn't have been getting the ball. And I don't understand this. Once you get towards that 30-yard line, keep fucking Bijan in the game. I know Tyler Algier is cool and all of that, but I don't want to see him pass. I don't want to see him in enemy territory. I'm sorry. Keep that nigga behind the 50. Keep him in the game then. Once you convert over that 50-yard line, Bijan should be in every fucking game. I don't give every fucking play. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. This nigga got 1 touchdown the whole fucking season. This supposed to be Saquon Barkley 2.0. He has one fucking touchdown. That shit don't sit right with me, bro. Yeah, he's on my fantasy team. Yeah, I'm a fantasy owner. But he has too much talent not to hit that fucking end zone. He hit the end zone more last year with Desmond Ridder than he is with Kirk Cousins right now. What the fuck is going on? The fuck is going on? Mickey Knox, my guy. Kirk Cousins, 42 of 58, 509 yards. We've been talking about all season how quarterbacks is not throwing over 300. How tight ends is not doing this. How tight ends is not doing that. Tight ends not getting no production. That was over with tonight, y'all. 509 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked 4 times. He's looking way better than Aaron Rodgers coming off. Both of them having Achilles injuries. And yes, he's younger than Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback. Kirk Cousins is looking like him. After the first quarter of the season, he's like, fuck that. The next quarter, the second quarter of the season, I'm coming out. I'm firing, guns blazing. And that's what he did tonight. Bijan Robinson, 12 carries, 61 yards, 5 yards a carry, no touchdowns. Tyler Algier, I don't know why I was seeing Tyler Algier more than I was seeing Bijan Robinson. I don't know, maybe because I was just frustrated at the time. But he only had 6 carries for 12 yards, 2 yards a carry. Keep that nigga out the fucking game, man. Taking away from Bijan. Ain't no way Bijan shouldn't be getting 20 carries a game. 20 carries a game, at least 6 targets out of the backfield. Drake London put on a fucking show tonight, y'all. This was Drake London coming out partying. Hold on, man. Before I even get any further, let me crack this shit open, man. Whatever y'all got, I know my boy DG is in here. Y'all got y'all win. I know you shotting it up over there. I'm on that freaky water. "12 catches, 154 yards, almost 13 yards a catch. 1 touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 9 catches, 105 yards, 11.7 yards a catch, 2 touchdowns. Remember, I told y'all. Was it today? It was either today or it was Tuesday. I told y'all niggas that Darnell Mooney is Kirk Cousins' favorite target. That dude gets open a lot. If you can get Darnell Mooney right now in your fantasy, go pick that nigga up. I told y'all. Go rewind all these episodes back. I told y'all. And that was 9 catches. For 16 targets. He had the most targets out of everybody tonight, y'all. 16 targets, he snatched 9 of them. Yeah, he dropped a major one, but hey, he made up for it. He fucking made up for it. God damn it. Kyle Pitts, 7 catches, 88 yards, 12.5 yards per catch. Kyle fucking Pitts. And what's crazy is my boy Draymond hit me up earlier showing me his fucking underdog fantasy. And I'm like, dog, if I'm you, I'm not betting on Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts needed 39 yards. I'm not betting on Kyle Pitts. Because you never know what Kyle Pitts going to give you. That nigga gave you donut last week. No catches, no yards. I want to say the game prior to that, he had probably about 60 yards. But before that, it's 30, 29, 27, 26. He ain't been giving you shit. And remember, I was watching earlier today. I was watching a little clip to where this nigga couldn't get open. They had Marshawn Lattimore on him. And then Marshawn Lattimore was pushing him right into the linebackers to where he couldn't get open. He's not a tight end that knows how to get into open spaces and open pockets like a person like Travis Kelce can do. This dude relies solely on his athleticism. He doesn't have the smarts like all the other slower tight ends who know how to get the ball, in pockets to where they can secure the ball and probably get a couple yards after the catch. He's all give me the ball in stride type because I run a 4-3. He's originally a wide receiver, y'all. Cordero Hodges, 2 catches, 67 yards, 33 and a half yards per catch. And the game-winning touchdown, y'all. Man, that's crazy. Man, that's crazy. And, you know, we was in the group chat, me, shout out One Take Ocho, Marcel, Bell, T-Rail, Cheddar Chulo, Suave, Drebo, Tiny. If I'm missing anybody else, I'm sorry. I think that's it, though. And I'm like, man, I hope this shit is a shootout. So all of us can get paid our chili. You feel me? You know, we all share each other bets. Yeah, y'all hit that like button, man. What's the word? Better living? My guy, better living. Yeah, I was hoping that we all hit. You know, I was one. Well, that was just one slip on Prize Pick. I think I won. Even though Chris Godwin didn't come through for me on that 4 yards, I put $20 on that bet. It would have got me $460, but I ended up winning. I hit 4 out of 5. I hit 5 out of 6, so I ended up winning $50. I won my money back plus, but that ain't the point, nigga. I needed to hit that. I'm trying to get a lobster tomorrow. I'm trying to get a lobster tomorrow, man. I'm trying to take the missus out tomorrow, man. And you fucking up the church's money, man. You. Normally, Rachaad White gets more than 3 or 4 targets out of the backfield. What up? If y'all just now joining, what's up? What's up? This dude only had 3 catches tonight, dog. I'm not understanding, man. Bucky Irvin, he eclipsed his prop. I'm not gonna cap. He eclipsed it, but then they called a holding and they brought it back. So I needed him to get that 3 yards back, and he did. And they gave him the ball again, and he didn't get out the backfield. That's what fucked me up. That was a $5 slip. That would have gave me $80. You know, I just be doing shit. You feel me? Just be doing shit. You know, if somebody send me a slip, I tell it, but I'm gonna tell lightly. I put $5 on there. I'm like, all right, if this win, cool. $5. I mean, ain't nobody tripping off losing $5. But that $20 though, to give me $460, and you right there, and you had most of those yards in the first half. It's like, come on, my nigga. Come on. I need you to come through for your boy, man. Come through. Baker Mayfield was 19 of 24 for 180 yards. 3 touchdowns, no picks. He was sacked 1 time. Rachaad White, he had his best game as a running back out of the backfield, if you ask me. 10 carries, 72 yards, 7.2 yards per carry. No touchdowns, but his longest run, this got to be the longest run of his career. It was 56 yards. He was out of there. I'm like, oh, shit, this nigga don't want to show up in a pass game when I need him, but he want to run. And in that first drive, I felt like Baker Mayfield could have hurried up and threw it to him, but he ended up throwing across his body to Mike Evans. Mike Evans got his 99th and his 100th touchdown of his career. 100 touchdowns, y'all. 100 touchdowns, man. That man didn't put in work, y'all. Shout out to Mike Evans, man. Every year he done had 1,000 yards receiving, and now he done hit his 100th touchdown. Man, give it up for that boy, man. Remember, just a couple years ago, he was having contract disputes. He was, beefing with the team and shit. I'm glad they did right by him, man, because he did right about this organization his whole career. He's definitely going to go in the Hall of Fame for these numbers right here alone, and he's a Super Bowl champion. You feel me? Shout out to Mike Evans. Mike Evans, 5 catches, 62 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chris Godwin, 5 catches, 64 yards, no touchdowns. Sterling Shepard, man, I didn't even know fucking Sterling Shepard was on the roster in Tampa Bay. Sterling Shepard got him a touchdown tonight, y'all. 1 catch for 4 yards and a touchdown. Shout out to him, man. You know, Sterling Shepard being a former rival with the Giants and shit. His last few years in New York didn't go as good. You know, it ended with some injuries, fucking ACL, Achilles, shit like that. It's glad to see that somebody is taking a chance on him. And yeah, I was surprised to see that nigga tonight, man. So if y'all know a lot of y'all follow AD. Y'all follow AD with the prize picks. Y'all see AD always adding pick six, or Ricky Backwoods. That's the same person. Ricky Backwoods have a he put me up on a new app, y'all. A new app. If y'all follow him closely, if y'all see a bet slip that he got, you know, you'll know if it's prize picks, you'll know if it's underdog. But he has a new one called Chalkboard. So make sure y'all go DM Ricky Backwoods, tell him HOV sent you, and tell him to send you his link to Chalkboard, and they're gonna match up your deposit up to $100, y'all. So I'll deposit $100. They matched my $100. I put in a slip with them. A $10 slip got me $17 back because it was only a 2-pick, and one of them was pretty much like a gimme, like they give you like that free, you know, like that free pick on prize picks. So I'm like, I'm gonna just tell Likely to gather my money up on this one, because underdog and prize picks be whooping your boy, man. You feel me? I'm putting hundreds in there every week, and I'm losing fucking damn near every day. But yeah, y'all go do that. They gonna match y'all shit up. You know, it'd be good for him. He just signed a deal with them this week, so look out for him. He's a cool guy. He knows what he's talking about. You know, he makes a lot of money doing this shit. He's professional at it. So make sure y'all go hit him up so he can send you his code for Chalkboard. And yeah, and it's crazy. This is pretty much like odds based. Like if you was to bet on a game, you know, it's like that with props. And he followed this shit closely to a T, and we hit. This is my first slip. You know what I'm saying? I just signed up today, my first slip. I'm 1-0 right now on that one. Prize pick, nigga, I'm probably like 10 out of 200. I'm 10 out of 200, man. They whooping me, man. Underdog, I done got some wins, but I done took more L's than wins. So, yeah. Let me see what ESPN talk about. Bijan Robinson, fantasy points, 10.7. That didn't help me none as far as in the CBS league. He gave me 2 points tonight. You know, the CBS league is standard. I need them to get in the zone. So this is probably ESPN league. He probably gave you 10 points. Kyle Pitts gave you almost 16 points, 15.8. Darnell Mooney gave you 31.5. Drake London gave you 33.4. Kirk Cousins gave you 34.36. So shout out to the Falcons. They ran it up tonight. They ran it up. Freaky! Nah. They ran it up tonight, man. This Falcons offense looked like it's coming along far as the pass game, run game, not so much. I've yet to see Bijan run for 100. And he only has 1 touchdown. And the touchdown he got, if you ask me, he was short of the fucking goal line. They gave him that. That's neither here nor there. I'm not gonna keep harping over that. I just got him. He was my second pick in my fantasy draft, and I moved on from Saquon Barkley because I got Brian Robinson, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Sam Laporta for Saquon. So I was pretty much, leaning towards Bijan Robinson being that dude now that Arthur Smith is out of Atlanta, and I figured that they would utilize him better this year, but I was fucking wrong. I should have got rid of Bijan and kept Saquon. But yeah, man, good game, 36-30. I know my boy Cheddar Chulo is happy. Atlanta is finding ways to win these games. Last week, they beat another division opponent, the Saints. It's always between the Saints, the Buccaneers. Falcons always try to creep their way in there. Carolina, they ain't been shit since Ron Rivera and Cam Newton was the MVP. The Falcons looking like they're going to take over the South this year, man. The South got something to say. In my fucking Andre 3000 voice. They beat the Saints last week without scoring an offensive touchdown. They got a pick six. Younghoe Koo was kicking the shit out the ball. They beat Tampa Bay in a shootout. They already 2-0 in the division. Man, let me look at their schedule real quick, because their schedule might be favorable, man. Let me see. All right, this is game 5 for them. So, they barely lost to the Chiefs. That was what? That was Sunday Night Football, right? Sunday Night Football a few weeks back. They barely lost to the Chiefs by 5. They lost to the Eagles. They beat the Eagles by 1. That was a good game. They lost to the Steelers by a touchdown in the opener. They got Carolina next week. So they got 3 divisional opponents back to back to back. This right here can set them up nicely. They beat Carolina next week. They already 3-0 in the division. They got to find a way to beat these other teams. They got Carolina next week. Then they play Seattle. That's going to be tough. But they play Seattle at home. That's going to be tough, though. That's going to be a tough one. I'm not just going to give y'all that one. I'm not looking over Seattle. Seattle is tough. Seattle had a tough loss Monday night. They coming back looking for revenges. Then they playing Tampa Bay right back. They double right back and play Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay. So if you can somehow beat that one, you good. You good. You can lose to the Saints. You can lose to Carolina again after that. You'll be 4-2 in your division. You good. So any kind of tie within your division, you 4-2 in your division, you automatically in there. Automatically in there. And just in case somebody else go 4-2 in the division and y'all end up having the same record, then they gonna go head-to-head record. But I doubt if that happens. Then they got Dallas. They got Dallas at home. The way Dallas looking right now, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks from now. 4 weeks from now, and they I'm not sure how long Deron Bland is out, but he's out. Brandon Cooks is out. DeMarcus Lawrence will still be out by then. I'm not sure how long Michael Parsons will be out. But y'all got the best secondary. To me, Atlanta has the best secondary in the league. Atlanta has the best secondary. So if you go ahead and you neutralize fucking CeeDee Lamb, you won the game. Because y'all not going to get beat by Jake Ferguson. They can't run the fucking ball. Y'all got Matthew Judon. Y'all still got Grady Jarrett. Man, go in there and whoop Dallas' feet, man. Ain't nobody scared of Dallas this year. Sorry, not sorry. Fuck Dallas. Then they go back, turn around, they play the Saints again. They play the Saints at home. You feel me? That game can go either way. This is division. This is family business. Don't nobody know you better than your cousins, your favorite cousins that you see 2 times a year. You feel me? Y'all see each other 2 times a year, every fucking year. The division games are the hardest games. Yo division opponent can be fucking 0-13, but when they play against you, they gonna play you like they fucking 13-0. We see this shit over and over again. Then they got the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos is not impressive to me, but they got a good defense. They find ways to win. They beat the Jets in that ugly ass weather with fucking Bo Nix only throwing 62 yards. But they won. It's because of that defense. And later on in the season, it's gonna get ugly. Weather gonna get ugly everywhere on that East Coast. You know, east from here. You know, y'all can be south, but that's still east from here. Then December 1st, they got the Chargers. That's a winnable game. They got the Chargers at home. Mercedes-Benz. Then they got the Vikings again. Last year, remember, y'all, I went to that Vikings-Falcons game. They played them December 8th in Minnesota. This is a different Vikings team. Last year, they didn't have Justin Jefferson. Last year, they didn't have Sam Darnold. You feel me? Then they got the Raiders. They play the Raiders in Las Vegas. Cheddar Chulo, you said you already got your tickets for the Raiders and the Falcons. No, I'm not telling you to go watch your team play. I'm telling you to take your ass to Atlanta and watch your team play. You need to go to the Mercedes-Benz Dome Stadium, whatever they call it, and watch them there. To me, that's the best stadium. But I haven't been to all the stadiums yet. But so far, I love the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. I love that stadium. The way it's put together, the way it looked. You know, they got the fucking stage. They got the stage and, the little, what's the shit, concert going on in the crowd. This, it's right in the middle of the crowd. And then the concessions is cheap, too. Like, nigga, you can drink and you can eat, nigga, for like $30-$40 and be cool. Niggas, instead of having $20 for a fucking seltzer beer and fucking SoFi. SoFi is good too, though. SoFi is a good stadium too. Ain't a bad seat there, but that's what all of these new stadiums. It's not a bad seat. They got it to where, the architecture is you above, but it's not a bad seat. You looking right over. So if you got your phone, you can zoom in and it look like you got a good seat. Nigga, I paid $125 to sit in the 5th row at State Farm Stadium. And I bought my ticket 2 days before the game. That's how these new stadiums work these days. Nigga, if I wanted to walk down and slap Jaden Daniels' hand too, I could have. You feel me? It just was a lot going on down there at them rails, and I didn't want to do that. Took a stadium tour for $30. Shit was cool as shit, man. These new stadiums, everybody stepping their shit up except for the Commanders, but they said, I met a lot of people from D.C. They said 2027 is when we supposed to be getting a new stadium. Like, hopefully we'll see. We'll see. I thought they was going to go back to the old RFK stadium, but to me, that's not big enough. That parking lot is not big enough because it sit right at a roundabout, y'all. If y'all know what a roundabout is, that shit not big enough, especially, and then who the fuck want to be going around that roundabout after a game is over or when a game is about to start and you trying to get home? That shit crazy. I don't know. I don't think it's big enough. But State Farm Stadium, they got one of the least amount of seats in the whole league. They only got like 63,000 seats in that bitch. Falcons play the Giants. They play the Commanders at home December 29th. I might fuck around and go to that game. Then they play the Panthers the last game of the season, which is January 5th. So this what this schedule is telling me, that it's screaming out to me, they have a very, very high chance of winning their division, going to the playoffs. We got to see who all go to the playoffs in all these other divisions, but I'm wishing them the best of luck until they play the Commanders. You feel me? We'll be playing against Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins will be coming back to, which is now Northwest Financial Stadium. No longer FedEx Field. I'm wishing him luck until he come and see us. But yeah, shout out to them. And then, even though Tampa Bay lost this game, they fall to 3-2. I don't think that, this loss right here determine a season, or they'll take a dip after this. I think they will be right there in the running with Atlanta for that division. It's gonna be out of these two teams and the Saints. The Saints gonna have something to say too, even though the Saints been having some problems lately. It's gonna be, watch them. It can be possibly all three of these teams can go to the playoffs. I mean, I don't see why not. I see these three can go. The Vikings, the Lions, the Commanders, and fuck it, either the 49ers or the Seahawks. Oh, hey, that can be the 7 teams right there. Mickey Knox, I don't think Tiny up in here. If he was, I'll tell you to go get his ass. But yeah, man, I had to come out here, talk about this game, because this game right here was an instant classic. Like, I thought it was over for the Falcons in regulation. I thought it was over. The drop pass, everything. They had their 3 timeouts. Tampa Bay didn't do a good job of running out the clock, man. You were supposed to at least hit. Here I go again. You was at least supposed to hit Chris Godwin on the screen pass. That would have gave you some yardage, and that would have took some time off the clock, man. But y'all time management was so weak. You over there trying to hand the ball off to Bucky Irvin, and this is critical time. So the lineman is going to do whatever they got to do to try to win that rep, and they held ultimately to push you back. Then you try to give it to Bucky Irvin again. He gets stopped. He gets stuffed. And then you throw it. It's an incomplete. So, yeah, Bucky Irvin fumble cost them too earlier in the game. Well, not earlier, but later on in the game. But they still overcame that. They still had the ball after that. So, yeah, I mean, possessions, man. Each play at a time, man. Each play at a time, and that's right. That right there is what gave. Because after he fumbled, the Falcons went down. They couldn't convert. I want to say that's when Mooney dropped the pass. After that, then they end up having a punt. And that was stupid too, going in the half. Instead of letting Younghoe Koo kick a field goal, y'all punted. And he could have hit that. Yeah, he missed from 40, but it's kicking. Kicking is difficult, bro. Kicking is fucking difficult. Hey, you can't tell me you're gonna stop letting him kick because he missed one kick after he didn't went 9 for 9. Like, fucking come on. Kicking accuracy is way more different than throwing accuracy. You feel me? Let him get out there, and then if he misses, so fucking what? You go into goddamn halftime. But give yourself a shot. The Cowboys would do it. Cowboys' whole offense is they fucking kicker. The Cowboys, you won't see Cowboys probably bust a 65-yard run all season. I know they got a 55-yard catch with CD Lamb last game against the Giants. But you put that kicker out there, and that nigga can kick from the 50. He can kick from the fucking 50, y'all. So you got to make sure the Cowboys don't cross the 50, or it's lights the fuck out for you, and that's scary. That's scary, especially around playoff time. That's scary for the kicker. They could be able to kick a 66-yarder. And I want to say what was it, from 50 or 60? He missed one. But who's just kicking 60-yard field goals on a regular like that outside of him? Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna miss one, but I got 3 of them under my belt. Nigga, 3 out of 4, I'll take that all day. Nigga, the Cowboys is gonna be field goal kicking a nigga to death. You see us, we got our first win off of 7 field goals. But our kicker is my kicker is probably Noah height, and he over there making 7 for 7. Brandon Aubrey is all of 6'5" with that big ass Australian leg and kicking it, nigga, damn near the whole field. Pause. Looking like Sebastian Janikowski, if y'all remember who that is. You know, I'm a little bit older than all of y'all. Sebastian Janikowski, Florida State Seminole kicker, kicked for the Oakland Raiders for a long time. Big ass. Where was he from? I want to say he was from Australia. Big ass kicker though. Like, he wasn't no little kicker. This nigga was probably about 6'4", like 240, 250. Bigfoot though. Let me see if I got anything else before I get up out of here. I want to say it was some things that transpired after I got off live earlier. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, this is the only thing. And I'm not really too familiar with this. He said homie was polished. Yeah, he was. NCAA hands Antonio Pierce an 8-year show cause penalty. Las Vegas Raiders coach Antonio Pierce was slapped with an 8-year show cause order because of recruiting violation that occurred when he was an assistant coach at Arizona State. The NCAA announced Thursday, which is today, by the way. It might be Friday for some of y'all that's on the opposite coast, like my boy Eli that's in the chat. The NCAA found that the Raiders coach Antonio Pierce orchestrated a scheme to circumvent COVID-19 recruiting restrictions during his time at Arizona State. Let me go in the bio and see more about this. Let me get y'all the whole story. Hold on real quick. All right, it says most of the violations were related to the NCAA referred to as a scheme orchestrated by Pierce to circumvent restrictions in place during the COVID-19 pandemic. Pierce facilitated an impersonable recruiting contact with 35 prospects, including tryouts, football facility tours, and entertainment. It was also determined he directed an assistant to engage in tampering with player enrolled at another school and traveled out of state to observe and meet with prospects during recruiting dead period. In arriving at 8-year showcase order for Pierce, the panel emphasized his role as a ringleader in orchestrating a recruiting violation, according to the report of the NCAA. In the event, Pierce is hired uh, by the NCAA school during the showcase order, which runs until October 2nd, 2032. He will be suspended for the first football season and will be allowed no contact with any of the program's coaches or players during that period. During the investigation, Pierce provided false and misleading information. It was unwilling to provide his financial records. According to the report, one ASU staff member told the NCAA that Pierce did not fear the potential consequences of NCAA violations due to the financial security provided by his self-proclaimed wealth. Pierce used his position of authority to pressure staff members into engaging in violations, often by instilling fear that they would lose their job if they did not follow his orders, and the report says. The NCAA also issued a 5-year showcase order for former ASU football analyst Anthony Garnett, who participated in the violations. Garnett will face a 1-season suspension if hired during the next 5 years. Golly, Pierce. Golly, this shit sound like some shit you did at Long Beach Poly all fucking over again. Like I told y'all earlier, this is a LA nigga, dude. He don't give a fuck about nothing. If he doesn't give a fuck about his job and about violations, you think he can give a fuck about Devontae Adams wanting to trade? This is crazy. This is crazy, man. That story came out right after we got off live earlier. Hold on, I'm trying to look up his because I want to say he had to forfeit all those. All right, now that's a. All right, hold on. I'm trying to look up this. I guess he got into some to some betting shit too, but he wasn't penalized for that. I just know I remember him coaching my little bro Kobe at Long Beach Poly. Uh, Shit, I forget the years after COVID, man. I forget. I used to be real good with timelines, but since COVID, I'm not really good with it. It's before COVID though. He was coaching high school. It was a couple years before COVID. He was at Long Beach Poly. They beat the shit out of Compton High, which is right down the street, 99-9. Uh, but I wanted to say they got hit with some type of violation where they had to forfeit all those fucking games. So everything that he worked for, he ended up losing at Long Beach Poly, and that would ultimately made him go to ASU, which my little bro Kobe went to ASU and played there too, which he is now in the CFL, playing for the Stampede. Um, it seems like violations follow this dude. Like, I get it. You trying to do what you trying to do to win, but at the same time, there's rules into this shit too. Like, is this what you want your legacy to be? Because right now it look like you a cheater. By all means. And I know you don't want that, my boy. You worked too hard. You was an undrafted free agent. You worked too hard to make your name up into the ranks to be the player that you was. So now you're going to be a coach and try to cheat the game? Knowing that you can't cheat the game? Come on, man. Everybody cheat the game ultimately always get caught. And that's crazy seeing this, though. Like, I seen that. I'm like, damn, an 8-year ban? That's fucking crazy. But yeah, man, that's all we got for tonight, man. You know, I had to give y'all something. I appreciate y'all that's still up in here. Make sure you like that like. Let me see. Let me look at the chat. I ain't seen too many people chatting tonight. Mike, that dude. What I want to ask y'all. It was something. Hold on, what was it that I posted earlier? I'm gonna ask y'all when y'all in here, because I don't want to get too high strung on myself with, the Commander's success right now. It's been more losing than winning as a Commander fan. I'm just not trying to be all up in hype. I'm a embrace this moment because we don't get them too much. But at the same time, I got to celebrate this because this is something different. Hold on, let me, okay, here we go. I'm going to let y'all listen to it. Hold on.
Power on. Bluetooth mode. Connected.
What he did against Cincinnati. He's leading the NFL in completion percentage.
Too early to say that the Chicago Bears made a mistake not drafting Jayden Daniels.
The Bears did make a mistake. Jayden Daniels is the better quarterback right now. We saw what he did against Cincinnati, completing 90% of his passes and got the W. He's leading the NFL in completion percentage, and he's doing that with Terry McLaurin, Luke McCaffrey, and Zach Ertz, not Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Rome Odunze. He's better than Caleb.
And that 90% completion percentage is history. The highest mark by a rookie in an NFL game. You look at his numbers compared to Caleb, it's night and day. 80% completion to Caleb's 59, 111 passer rating to Caleb Williams' 65. Right now, Washington's looking like the smarter franchise, and everything that Chicago touches burns. Too early to say that Chicago.
All right, y'all. So, Mike, that dude. All right, so look, Pete, because now Chicago fans are singing a different tune. I watched y'all GM been what there 3 years. It was just his 3rd year there. Ryan Poles. Y'all started making moves to better this team last year, and I feel like last year's draft y'all drafted good. Y'all got DJ Moore there. Then this year y'all got Keenan Allen. Y'all got the 1st and the 9th pick based off of what y'all traded the Carolina Panthers last year. And then last year y'all picked what? One of the top linemen? Who was y'all pick? Y'all number 1 pick last year? Let me Okay, y'all pick. So it was Darnell Wright. He's a tackle, right? I don't know if he's the right or the left tackle. I want to say he's the right tackle. Y'all Y'all got him. Y'all put other tackles around him. Let me see. Let me go to y'all draft. Let me just. All right, so y'all got Darnell Wright, Jervon Dexter Sr., which I like him. I like him, D tackle. Like him a lot. Tyreek Stevenson, I like him a lot too. Cornerback. Pretty much won that game for y'all, the first game of the season against Will Levis. Will Levis did that stupid ass pass and he picked that shit off and ran it back to seal the game. Y'all got Rashawn Johnson, which is y'all just pretty much threatened DeAndre Swift, that he was going to lose his spot to Rashawn Johnson, or just Rashawn Johnson was going to see a bigger workload. I like him. And then y'all got Noah Sewell, which I liked him too as the linebacker. Haven't heard his name much in the league. I don't know how he's doing over there, but y'all got down there right with the 10th pick. And y'all built on y'all offensive line. Y'all offensive line was supposed to be way better than Washington's. Everybody had our offensive line ranked last. Dead last. Coming into this year. Yeah, we got the 2nd overall pick, but we got Sam Cosmi, who Sam Cosmi is a Pro Bowl caliber left guard, which he used to play tackle. That's probably the best thing Ron Rivera ever did, was convert him to guard, and he was a tackle coming out of Texas. Andrew Raleigh played for us last year. Did terrible the first part of the season, but then he turned it around the second part of the season. Him and Sam Cosmi had built some type of cohesiveness on that right side to sew up the right side of that line. We got Tyler Biadasz coming from Dallas. We got Nick Allegretti, who was a backup in Kansas City. People wasn't too high on him. And then we got Cornelius Lucas, who's been a backup his whole career at left tackle. And then we drafted a left tackle in the 3rd round. So everybody had us low on the totem pole when it came to offensive line. So now that the season is underway and Caleb is seeing the type of pressure that he's seeing, everybody is blaming the offensive line, when Washington offensive line was supposed to be way worse than Chicago offensive line. You know, that off-platform shit like Patrick Mahomes do that y'all was praising so highly, that Caleb can do, that shit not gonna work in the NFL if you ain't Patrick Mahomes. That shit worked for him. It ain't working for everybody else. You're gonna have to play your game, homie. Stop getting that Patrick Mahomes hype. Stop letting everybody pump you up. You see, Jaden Daniels, this is week 4, going into week 5, and he done won 5 awards already since the season started. And he was like, you know, this shit don't mean nothing to me. Y'all gonna say what y'all gonna say. If I play good, y'all gonna talk about me. If I play bad, y'all gonna talk about me. It is what it is. I'm just going out here and trying to win games and trying to get better each week, which we don't hear too much of Caleb saying anything these days. You feel me? So it's not that I'm trying to drink the Kool-Aid and I'm not trying to pin these two quarterbacks against each other. It's just that I always felt highly of Jaden Daniels more coming out of college, because, not for one, his athleticism, his arm, but he played in a better conference too. Caleb was crying and bitching and shit playing in the Pac-12. That's why Pac-12 is so blown up. That's why everybody left. Ain't no competition in the Pac-12, but this dude couldn't win in the Pac-12. in the fucking Pac-12, bro. And when I seen him going to the crowd crying to his mama and shit, I said, oh yeah, he's not a quarterback that I want. I'm sorry, I know this game is emotional and shit, but there ain't no quarterback that I want. This nigga got painted nails. He's crying. He's too much. He's too much for me, bro. He's more about his brand than he is about winning. And that's what I see. That's what I see. He got his ass saved by the defense, his first win. Even though Jaden Daniels didn't win his first game, Caleb did. But now look at Jaden. He only got one turnover. He got his first turnover. And that came from a ball being thrown too high. It's a little too high. After that, Tressway came out and punt. So that left 2 consecutive possessions where we didn't score. But before that, prior to that, before that, 16 straight scoring drives. After the 2 turnovers, 5 straight scoring drives, not including the kneel downs to run the clock out. It's totally different. It's night and day. Y'all can't say y'all general manager didn't put y'all in a position to be better because, like old boy said, look who Caleb is throwing to. Look who he has around him. If you ask anybody, they will tell you DeAndre Swift is better than Brian Robinson Jr. Austin Eckler is better than Rashawn Johnson. But DJ Moore, Aroma Dunze, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet is better than Luke McCaffrey, Terry McLaurin, Alameda Zaccheaus, and Zach Ertz. It's better. It's no comparison. I would take Chicago receiving core over mine any goddamn day. Any goddamn day. Caleb is set up. But we got a player who puts in the extra work, who wants to be great. You feel me? And then we got a great signal caller, too, at that. Don't know who the signal caller is in Chicago. Don't know. But he's not playing to Caleb's strengths, and I know that. And Cliff Kingsbury is. So that's why we riding so high on the offensive end. Defense to get there eventually. But Caleb was set up better. Like, how you get Caleb with the number 1 pick and then turn around, you got one of the top 3 wide receivers coming out of the draft. Top 3 was Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., Rome Odunze. And then after that, Keon Coleman, who dropped all the way to the second round. He the 4th receiver out of that bunch. But yeah, man, it's all about coaching in this league, man. It's all about coaching. It's all about getting better. It's all about developing. Like, you can blame the coaches for your development, but you got to put in the work yourself too, man. You got to put in the work yourself. Stay after practice. You know, learn that chemistry with your receiving core. Like that dude said they could. The QB got a real coaching staff for sure. So I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid just yet. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is our year. We didn't went through too much. Went through too much. And like I was, I've been doing this shit. I've been doing this since last year, October. That's when I started. When I want to say like week 8, week 9. That's when I started. But me getting better and, pretty much studying this shit and studying everybody's team, looking at everybody's stuff and looking All right, coaching staffs and shit. You know, I have a different perspective than y'all. I knew once our roster, once we got. Remember, y'all. Remember last year we had numbers on the board. Remember last year we had numbers on the board, and I told y'all on live I wanted Dan Quinn. I wanted Dan Quinn. You know, they was looking to get old boy from Detroit. We got in the air, took a plane to go see him. That nigga sent us a text while we was in the air. Was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay here. I'm cool. All right, cool. I wanted Dan Quinn all along because I feel like since he was there in Dallas, Dallas whooped our ass every year based off of the defense that they played because of him. So I wanted a defensive coach, and he did a damn good job picking his coaching staff to run this team. Remember, y'all, Cliff Kingsbury was about to sign with the Raiders. He curved the Raiders to come coach here so he can coach Jaden Daniels, and felt like his offense was tailor-made for Jaden Daniels. Remember, y'all, I gave y'all all of this, all in the offseason. I gave y'all this. I told y'all this. I don't just be talking because we making moves. These are niggas that I've been watching, you know, since they get the opportunity, since they put them in front of us, you know. Cliff Kingsbury was in Arizona. Dan Quinn was in Atlanta. I remember watching Dan Quinn be up 28-3 in the Super Bowl 2016. And all my homies, my family, they were all outside talking. They thought the Super Bowl was over. I'm the only one in there sitting watching. And they like, what's going on? I'm like, these niggas done came back. They like, what? They done missed everything. They done missed everything on the lead up to it. But I never thought Dan Quinn was a bad coach. Yeah, sometimes you might have to, what is it called? Sometimes you might have to, not downgrade, but or demoted. Sometimes you got to get demoted to work your way back up. Work your way back up. And that's what he did over there in Dallas. And that's why I wanted him, because we couldn't do shit offensively against this man. The 3 years he was in Dallas. I just remember Terry McLaurin being able to cook Stephon Diggs, but not while Dan Quinn was there. Once Dan Quinn got there, it was over. Trayvon Diggs had his best career as a corner. And just remember, he just converted to corner 2 years prior, and then 1 year he getting cooked by Terry. Then the next year he got 11 interceptions, and next year he's locking Terry down to where Terry can't do shit. It's not. It is the players, but sometimes it's the scheme too. It's a scheme. It helps that the player can play a little bit, but it's the scheme too. Then look at last year. Look at Deron Bland. Deron Bland is the third corner. You got Stephon Gilmore and Trayvon Diggs, and then you got Deron Bland, 8 interceptions. You feel me? Damn near about to be Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, he was on his pick six shit. That nigga had what, about 4 of them? It's crazy. Hey, he took one back on us on Thanksgiving. It's crazy. They whooped our feet. I would never forget my only time in Jerry's World, Sunday Night Football 2021, December 26th. Yeah, I know. I remember the date because it was my wife's birthday. Day after Christmas is my wife's birthday. We went to the Dallas game and they beat the shit out of us. 56 points on our score. And I want that same energy this year. Dan Quinn better have that same energy for them niggas this year. I need that back. I might need to go to Northwest Stadium so we can run that back on these niggas, bro. I need that back. Because I was hot as fuck. I was so mad. Me and Noah, we left out that motherfucking third quarter. Get me the fuck up out of here before I sock somebody. I'm all the way from home. I'm ready to fight the whole fucking stadium. Whole fucking stadium trolling me and my son. Damn near about to put somebody to bed early. On Sunday Night Football, y'all. I'm like, yeah, this was embarrassing right here. But we gonna get our get back though. We gonna take over this division for a little minute. And this is just the beginning, y'all. You can't turn over your whole roster in 1 year. And we damn near did that. 65% of our roster is brand new. Voltron, what up? It's brand new. We got we got the draft. We got some draft picks. We got the next draft, and then we got another 100 million in cap space next year. So we're not in a rush to do nothing. We're not in a rush to get no niggas like Devontae Adams, who ain't gonna give you shit. We got Terry McLaurin. 29. Devontae about to be 32. We don't need him. Especially if he ain't gonna help us win some shit. What he do on offense ain't gonna help the defense. And we signed a lot of players to team-friendly deals. A lot of players will be out of here next year. You know, it's a 1-year deal. Get y'all in here. Get y'all out. If y'all do all right, we'll talk about something. Y'all get a 2-year deal next year. But then we're going to bring in some more people. There's going to be some more free agents that we're going to be eyeing. So y'all just be on the lookout. Just remember I said this. Archive this shit. Man. I see patterns, man. I study patterns. He said, you got to give us some prize picks. I did earlier today. I almost hit. I got 5 out of 6. So, one slip I played, I won $2. I played $5. I won $2 back. Drake London hit his 5.5 receptions. Rashad White was a catch short. He needed 4 catches. He had 3. Darnell Mooney needed 49 receiving yards. He had 105. Kirk Cousins needed 236 yards. He had 509. Mike Evans needed 5 catches. He had 5 catches. Bucky Irvin needed 47 yards. He had 44. So I ended up winning $2 off of $5. Then one that I should have hit. Baker Mayfield needed 2 touchdowns, either passing, rushing, or receiving. He had 3 touchdowns passing. Younghoe Koo needed 2 field goals. He had 3 field goals. Chris Godwin needed 68 yards. He has 64 yards. And I played that with League of Legends. Those League of Legends hit. Godwin didn't hit for me. Fuck, I'm still taking my wife out for a goddamn lobster tail tomorrow. So yeah, man. And then I don't know if you can do season bets right now. I know I did this season bets before the season started. I did a season bet. So I played $20. $20 to get you 500 on a season bet. So Kirk Cousins had to have 4,100 yards this year. He's at 800. And I don't know. This is probably prior to tonight's game. So I would have to refresh this tomorrow. Let me see. Let me see if I can refresh it right now. Yeah, I think Kirk Cousins surpassed just 864 yards. He had 509 tonight. So I know he passed that. He probably at 1,300 right now. Patrick Mahomes need 4,351 passing yards this season. Amon-Ra St. Brown needs 1,250 yards. I put less on A.J. Brown having 1,275 yards. He ain't played the last 2 games, so I'm pretty much winning. He only has 119 yards so far this season. Saquon Barkley got to have 1,056 rushing yards. He's already at 435. Derrick Henry got to get 1,000 rushing yards. He's already at 480. So that's pretty cool. If you can play it still, if I'm you, I'll do it. I'm not sure if you can still shit in the beginning. But yeah. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight, y'all. It's gonna do it for me tonight. I gotta holler at Rio tomorrow because I gotta see how we gonna do this live thing. He's not familiar with live on the phone, and I'm not familiar with live how he do it with everybody else. So if I do it, I'll probably gotta do it from my desktop inside. You won't get all of, this, and then I will probably have to hook my computer and shit up. So there's gonna be some shit that I ain't used to that I'm gonna have to do, and but we're gonna give y'all this content though. We're gonna give y'all this content, and then I'm building relationships with other people, to grow this channel, bring their people over here, grow this channel, and vice versa. Y'all fuck with everybody that I fuck with too, because all of these dudes is good. It's good to know fans from everybody else. It's good to know fans that know what the fuck they talking about as far as football. It's a lot of money to be made in this, especially when it comes to, all these apps and, all this other good shit. But yeah, fuck with me, man. I'm knowledgeable about this. FMW, this is not the typical bring your own narrative show, and so a lot of people don't support this. But this right here is harder than all the other shit because I gotta watch, I gotta keep up with everything. I gotta know what I'm talking about. I gotta remember all this shit too, on top of everything else. So that shit is easy. Drama filled shit is easy, and they all love that. It's hard to support this though, and this is real. This is real, This shit right here ain't gonna never go. NFL, college football, basketball, it's never gonna go. It's forever in the thing. And now I'm tapping into the high school politics and shit like that, and the NILs, and it's different, y'all. It's different. But I appreciate y'all for always coming through, supporting me. I know who the ones and the twos is that's always in here every time we go live. I see it's a few names that's finally able to catch a live, and I appreciate that. Make sure you like that like. Become a channel member when you can, when they allow you to. I'm telling you, because I'm building up these relationships with dudes, and for y'all to, I want y'all to see it first. I'm gonna have a couple of them. Y'all gonna be able to comment and everything, but if y'all want y'all comments read, y'all questions read, y'all gonna have to super chat. There's gonna be some big hitters though, where it's gonna be for channel members only though, and that's where you gonna have to pay that $3.99, $5.99, whatever that shit is. That's where you gonna have to pay to see those. It's gonna be for pull-up game members only. I did a pregame earlier, Voltron. I did a pregame for tonight's game earlier. Sunday, I'm not gonna be able to because I work on Sundays now. I might be able to do it. It won't be here though. You won't be able to see all the aesthetics and stuff in there. I got more shit coming. I just bought more shit, so y'all gonna see. Maybe see a Jaden Daniels fat head. My Brian Robertson jersey came today. My Jaden Daniels jersey came on Tuesday. So I got more shit coming. I got a Jaden Daniels signed Plaque coming. Yeah, I'm fixing all this shit up. Hey, look, y'all. I ain't playing. This quality is about to get much better too. Y'all go handle. You say Hawaii late on the sports because I'm at work. Oh shit, you in Hawaii, man? I appreciate that, man. You 3 hours behind us, but look, y'all, it's all coming along. Y'all know what this is. Boom, 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 boom. All that, microphone. It's all y'all go get that AD though. Y'all go get that AD. That nigga been having us waiting since May. Y'all go get that AD, man. Ball is in his court now. It's on him. It's on him. All this shit it's gonna come, y'all. It's gonna come. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. Oh, the lightning's come too. The lightning is coming too, man. It's coming. Don't worry. Don't worry about nothing. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I'ma see y'all mañana, tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. Me and Rio Robinson. Go.